Hi everyone, welcome to Savi's Palette. My name is Savita, and in today's episode I'm going to share with you all one more of my mom Ratna's recipe. And this is a curry called Majjige Huli. Majjige means buttermilk and Huli is a type of curry. So this is a buttermilk or a yogurt based sauce made with different types of vegetables, and this is what I grew up with, and it is so very tasty when you serve it with rice or nucchina. Also, you can eat it with chapati. It goes well with any mixed rice. So super excited to share that with you today. Let's go ahead and get started. This Majjige Huli or the yogurt based curry can be made with many different vegetables. But some of the key vegetables which we use to make Majjige Huli are white pumpkin or ash gourd, spinach or any other greens, okra. We also make it with green pepper or eggplant. So today I'm going to be using ash gourd or winter melon in the Majjige Huli. This by far is the most common and the most popular vegetable which is used in making Majjige Huli. So I'm going to do it with ash gourd. Ash gourd, it's also called winter melon, it's also called green pumpkin. Looks like this. It's got a fairly thick skin or a peel, and the white rind or the pulp in the middle, it's got the seeds. And I am so happy to say that this ash gourd actually came from my garden. I got a 13-pound winter melon or ash gourd come out of my garden just about 3 weeks back. And oh my God, the taste from the farm fresh or the yard fresh vegetables is unbelievable. So now I'm going to show you how I cut this. So I'm going to cut this into a quarter. This is actually 1/4 of the entire winter melon. Cut the quarter into half now, and this is how it looks. So we're going to take out the seeds. Just scrape out all the seeds. I'm going to cut these into blocks so I can easily chop out the peel. And usually I use the knife and just cut through the peel like so. So once I have taken out the peel, I'm going to slice these. So for the Majjige Huli, we usually keep our vegetables into fairly thick pieces. So these are about this thick in size. I'm going to transfer this to the bowl. So I'm going to go ahead and chop up the rest of the pumpkin, and I'll get back to you. So here I have about 3 to 4 cups of chopped ash gourd. I like to have more vegetables in my Majjige Huli, so I have a lot more. You could actually decrease it to about 2 cups if you want. And now I'm going to go ahead and cook this in the microwave by adding about a cup of water and some salt for about 5 to 6 minutes. You don't want to overcook this. You want it to be like about 75 to 80% cooked, because it's also going to cook on the stove with the gravy. So let me go ahead and pop this in the microwave. So while the pumpkin is cooking, let's go ahead and make our gravy. And to make the ground masala, one of the key ingredients we use is Channa dal or gram dal. So here I have taken about 2 tablespoons of Channa dal and have soaked it in water for about 3 hours. 1 hour should be enough. This has just stayed in for 2 to 3 hours. So that's one of the key ingredients. The other key ingredient is some fresh coconut. So here I have about 1/3 cup of fresh grated coconut. To make our ground mixture, let's go ahead and add the Channa dal, soaked Channa dal. I'm going to go ahead and add the water with it because you'll need that water. Okay? And to this, I'm going to add my 1/3 cup of grated coconut, 5 to 6 curry leaves, 2 stems of cilantro, which I'm going to kind of break it up, 4 green chilies. I'm also adding fresh turmeric. This is about 1 inch thick turmeric. So I'm adding 2 teaspoons of coriander seeds, 1.5 teaspoons of cumin seeds, another half cup of water, and we're going to grind this all together. So we're going to go ahead and grind this to a really smooth paste, and it is critical that it becomes nice and smooth. So let's go ahead and do that. Okay, so the mixture has been ground to a really nice paste, and Ash Gourd is cooked and it needs to be a little bit more tender. So I'm going to pop it in for another 3 minutes for a total of 8 minutes. Okay, let's go to the stove, and here I have a 3-quart steel container ready, and into this I'll put the cooked Ash Gourd and the ground mixture. So I cooked the Ash Gourd for about 8 minutes in the microwave, and you can see how it's become transparent, and then you know that it's really fully cooked. So let's go ahead and add the Ash Gourd and the ground mixture to the container. So the amount of gram dal or the chana dal you use determines the thickness of your curry. The more gram dal you have, the more it gets thicker. So now we're going to cook the Ash Gourd with this ground masala for a few minutes, like 2-3 minutes, and you can see that the mixture will start thickening. So we'll add about a teaspoon of salt to this. Also going to add 4 or 5 curry leaves to get more flavor, and you can see how it's already thickening. So we're going to let this cook for a few more minutes till it becomes nice and thick. And at this point, that's all you need to add, just your salt and some curry leaves for it to cook. There's really no other additional spices to be added to this. Look how nice and thick the gravy has become. So we'll give it 1 more minute and then add the yogurt. To this I usually add about a cup or 2 depending on the thickness. You can either add buttermilk or you can add sour curds or yogurt which is beaten up nicely. You don't want to add it directly because you're going to have lumps which gets very hard to break afterwards. So, and another key thing is you want to add your buttermilk or yogurt towards the end once it's completely cooked, because you don't want to cook it along with the buttermilk or the yogurt because it curdles and breaks up the curry. So once it's completely cooked and you're satisfied with how it tastes and how it looks, you can go ahead and add the yogurt to it and let it cook on a very low flame for just a minute or so before you turn it off. Okay, this is ready for the buttermilk or the yogurt, beaten yogurt. So look how, let me just show you how thick it is. Okay, and now to this I'm going to go ahead and add buttermilk. So I've added 1 cup, and we'll stir it up and see how. I think 1 cup is good. I don't think I need to add more because we don't want this to become too watery. Okay, this seems just right. So I'm going to lower the flame and let it all come together for about a minute. So our Majjige Huli is ready, and now we just need to add some seasoning to this. So let's move this to the side and get our pan up for the seasoning. Into the seasoning pan, I'm going to add about half a teaspoon of ghee. To this, I'll add water or so, a teaspoon of Asafetida or ghee. Let's just get that together. A teaspoon of mustard seeds. And let's close it so we don't have it sputtering all over. I'm going to add about 4 red chilies. Once the red chili puffs up a little bit is done, let's turn off the stove and the seasoning goes right on top. So the Majjige Huli with the seasoning is ready to be served. Let's go ahead and taste it with my favorite dish to eat Majjige Huli with, which is nucchina. Okay, it's time to taste this super delicious Majjige Huli on this yogurt-based sauce. And you can see how amazing it looks. It's just the perfect consistency. It's like neither too watery nor too thick. And as you can see, the Ash Gourd pieces are nice and big. You get a nice bite when you eat it. And one of the favorite things to eat Majjige Huli with is this nucchina, or little balls made out of dhal. The recipe for this also exists in Savi's palette. You should try it. It is low carb, high protein, gluten-free, extremely delicious dish. And this is my entire meal for dinner or lunch. I just have 6 of these with Majjige Huli or even with just ghee. And but it tastes delicious with Majjige Huli. So let's try that. So I'm just going to cover these with Majjige Huli like this. And let's give it a taste. I want to take a piece of white pumpkin or Ash Gourd, and this is like the most comforting food, at least for me. And just feel the presence of my mom here. You know, it's completely her dish, and nucchina Majjige Huli was one of my mom's most popular dish. Thanks again, all of you, for watching. Please like, share, and subscribe. And I hope you get to try Majjige Huli and nucchina out. And let me know how it turns out for you and how you like it. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.